Are those for eggs?
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's
Really bad. Is that Milan? You guys know what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you pay for this sort of thing, do you reckon?
Currently, yes.
Oh no. So you eat animals and they're like secretions like milk and eggs and stuff.
Is it supporting vegans or vegetarians?
Vegans, because in the dairy industry babies are still taken from their mums and they're artificially inseminated and so their rights are still violated and then they're killed. So it's just
No problem at all.
But this is the humane kind of RSPCA approved, red tractor, assured. That's as good as you're going to get because obviously killing someone.
Is it the same for like dairy production? You know what I mean, like milks and
What's that? Sorry.
milks and other products from animals.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing?
This is dairy right here, and like obviously milk is something that mammals produce for their babies. And we're not their babies, so where do their babies go? If they're female, they will go on to be milked and artificially inseminated. Or if they're male, then they will be killed as veal. Or these are the sorts of practices that happen because they go quite lame because they have so many babies. And they have them all taken away from them. And we're not special in the sense we're mammals as well. We have this really, even before a child is born, there is this like bond happening, right? Especially for these animals and the distress that they feel as a result of having their babies taken away from them, and they have multiple taken away, just so we can drink milk from another species of animal. It's just really weird. Like we don't drink dog milk, we don't drink giraffe milk.
Like, is it in terms of human health? I've read studies that suggest avoiding this sort of diet system is not healthy.
Oh, you mean like plant-based eating?
Yeah.
Where have you read that?
A lot of papers recommended this. I mean, talking about dietary papers.
Oh, you mean like scientific papers?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's peer-reviewed literature going through how and demonstrating that a plant-based diet is suitable for even infants. Pregnancy. So there might be studies, like it depends on what the hierarchy of evidence where you're saying the study is. It's going to maybe be like smaller studies that have sampled and come to some sort of conclusion. But anytime someone sends me a study online and it shows like negative health outcomes or something like that, it's not even talking about vegans. Sometimes it lumps vegetarians and vegans in together. Sometimes it's a sample size of like 4, and which isn't reliable sources of evidence. So like the hierarchy of evidence is suggesting that plant-based diets are actually really helpful. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's brilliant.
But like
I will try my best to be vegan one day.
No matter what though, like if someone said to you, look, you could be a bit less healthy, but then you don't, they're going into this is for eggs. They're about to go into a blender, or macerator it's called.
Yeah.
The RSPCA, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, says that that's acceptable. That's the day old. They're male. They're not gonna produce eggs. Oh, this is for eggs. And of course, they have. If that doesn't happen, they're going to be smothered in a bag.
Really?
Yeah, on top of each other, or sometimes they're gassed. Imagine if that was a day old puppy. A load of day old puppies just being put in a blender. And that's not just for chicks. Like that's the same for the male calves. They're not useful. So yeah, well that's what veal is. It's like some of the males will be killed for veal because a lot of the time we're eating babies because their flesh is soft and tender. Like a human baby's flesh would be really tender, but an old granny's would be quite tough. And like lamb, like that's a baby.
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's
really bad. And I've been inside farms and seen.
You saw it?
I've been in chicken farms, the egg farms. I've been in farms like that. Those are battery cages. I've been in farrowing crates where the pigs are. Yeah.
And they do the same sort of thing?
Everywhere. I like going to the free range places because I want to see what their best is. and the best is just so unacceptable. I live in Norwich, and they loads of pig farms, and they're all like free range, and from the outside you think, oh, piggies, so happy. Go closer, there's bins full of their dead bodies. They're ill, because they're only bred to be killed early on, so it doesn't matter if they get ill. All these animals, like...
So why I mean, instead of jumping to the end, why we don't start from the beginning by creating a very strict rules, or trying our best to make the government change the approach that these companies use.
Well, what would you suggest would be an approach that would be good to get that?
I'm not saying we'll reach the approach to vegans, but at least to reduce the suffering till we reach a point.
Well,
where we can
I get what you
people.
mean.
Yeah.
We're seeing here, this is still in free range. They're still going to have their throat slit. Still, like, no matter what, if someone came up to me in my sleep, I was having a lovely little sleep, they'd been really nice to me for years, and then they killed me in my sleep, even if I didn't know, that would be they've taken my whole life from me.
Exactly.
So it's a rights violation in and of itself. But there will be things like, like cultured meat and stuff that comes out.
And also in terms of studies. I mean, like rats used in scientific studies too.
Yeah, so...
They kill it.
Well, that's the problem with like vivisection. Like rodent studies, for example, have skewed research for like cancer research, like for about 10 years because of a difference in the temperature, like their ideal temperature, that was increasing their heart rate, leading to skewing cancer research. And of course, they are mice and like rats, and we're humans, so there's like a genetic component that's different. So yeah, it's a horrible thing.
Is there sort of movement? So we've got the vegan movement, which is to stop people from eating, these sort of meats or like animal production food. Is there a movement for to stop scientists from doing
vivisection? Well, so vegans would be a movement against that as well.
Oh, nice.
Veganism is against the exploitation and killing of sentient beings. So it's because these shoes, they're not leather. So these are vegan leather shoes. Like, we're against killing, because that's a whole separate industry as well, against killing animals for their skin. On here we're showing wool as well. We're against using them for their body parts.
Oh, so basically it's bigger movement than only food.
Yeah.
Nice. That's nice.
So what you're thinking about the food-wise is like plant-based, like a plant-based diet. But veganism is a philosophy surrounding the rights of, like...
Yeah.
Look what they're doing.
Saving
Pulling out
animals.
their teeth, cutting their... like that. I don't have a tail, but they're cutting off their tail. It's so that because they get understimulated in these environments, it can lead to zoochosis. Like zoochosis is a similar thing like that, where they have psychotic symptoms. They become understimulated, like someone would in prison, and they start biting each other's tails. So they just cut them off when they're babies. But ow.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's not.
That doesn't make sense.
But yeah, I've been in places and the pigs look like that. So. Do you know how many animals we kill every year?
No.
So when you include marine life, it's could be anywhere upwards of 1.7 trillion animals. Yeah. Trillion. Because it's billions of it's like 2 billion cows, billions of chickens. Like, just think as well, because when you go to these places, that's a gas chamber. When you go to these places,
huge number.
Yeah.
Yearly.
Yeah, yearly. Because marine life. So have you heard of bycatch? You know, the massive fishing nets.
Yeah.
So they'll try and get specific fish, and then they're getting all these. But we don't know the exact number because they do the kill count by their weight but not by the number of the individual animal, right?
Yeah, which could be higher.
Yeah.
Too.
And then when we take into account how many animals, when you go into these farms, have died before they've even been killed because they're so ill, because of the conditions, because of everything like that. Who knows? But that's
really embarrassing.
Yeah. And then we have all these companies here that sell these products, and you don't see any of that.
But it does, yeah.
But then even everywhere has a plant-based option. Even there has a plant-based option.
Yeah, which is a nice movement.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't mind to try it. and I mean try this approach of being vegan.
Yeah.
It's something that I've been thinking of, and I might consider one day.
It's fantastic. Yeah. I thought about it for a bit, and I just cannot look at that and say, yeah, that's fine. I because no matter what, when you buy stuff, you're voting with your wallet. You're saying, I want that. And
support this.
Demand, yeah.
Exactly.
So, how many more animals
will die, and population increasing, and so
so the population increase.
Will increase.
That's what people are saying. Oh well, the number of animals being killed is going up. Well, yeah, because the cultures are changing and the consumption and population increase. But how many more would have died if vegans didn't exist?
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, there's a.
Thank
if you want to take that.
Cheers,
Thanks so much. Have a good one. Thank you. Okay. Thanks.